Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video. I'm Rob and today I shall be attempting to take this Corgi Chevrolet Corvette from shabby to shiny. This one was part of the unboxing from our friend Mark Cann, so thanks again mate. This one, as I'm sure you've seen the unboxing, the last video. If you haven't, check it out. But you know, pulling out this car and just wow, this is a beauty, and I knew that I needed to restore this one. Just a standard restoration really, maybe a hint of restoration plus, but a very small hint to be honest. This one I just felt it was perfect as it was, and yeah, you know, even down to the colour, trying to mimic the original colour with that kind of candy magenta, and I think it's turned out pretty nice. Hopefully you guys do as well, and with 2,000 likes, well, it could be yours. But we start down by drilling down the centre of the post. There's two on this car. We use a 1.6mm drill bit there, and then onto the 4mm to remove the flange, and then tap both holes. I use an M2 tap. Do remember to lubricate the end of your piece. You do not want to snap it. Whoops. And yeah, never want to spill your lube. I use 3-in-1 multi-purpose oil. So here is the Corvette. A beautiful design. The headlights there with the little jewels going up and down. With the split window rear. Only at this point did I notice the rear bumper had a bit of a break in it, so I'll have to fix that later. But yeah, it does read underneath Corgi Toys Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. And having pre-drilled this one, you just pull the base off and the whole lot falls out. The wheels here in good condition. A little bit of water and a bit of tissue just to get any bit of dust off, but that's all it's needed. Same again really with the interior. Of course this is enclosed, so the interior wasn't really going to get that dirty. Little engine piece there, needs a little bit of a rechroming, and as does this piece here. So you got the kind of side trim and the front and rear bumper. This part especially needs to be fixed. Thankfully the window section here, no deep gouges, no cracks. A little bit of an odd kind of, I don't know where this or what this is, but it seems to be body colour, perhaps something that was spilled over it many years ago. But yeah, just a wonderful design. And watching some Bob Willis videos really for inspiration and ideas on how to remove these little kind of diamondette headlights here. Made a decision to just leave them in, see how they go. But into the foot-long hot dog jar, covered in boiling water, and then in comes a tablespoon, or the first of two, caustic soda. But yeah, just putting in the first tablespoon in there. I thought, you know, it's a large casting. There's quite a lot of water in this one, so we'll treat ourselves to a second tablespoon. You can really see the reaction there, even whilst giving it a little swishy swish. The bubbles on that bodywork, the paint just lifting before your very eyes. But we'll put it to one side, let it do its business, and then we'll turn our attention onto the plastics here. Give them a little bath in some clean warm water, and then I've been at it with the plastic polish to polish up this window section, looking as good as new. And the wheels actually yeah, I just dipped them into that water, a little bit of a tissue, and then just went around it and come up looking fab. The interior looking good, just needed a brush with the warm water. And this little engine piece, a little bit of kind of worn out on the top there. A little bit of chrome paint will make that look as good as new. Same again with this little piece here. But first of all, I do need to fix this and get them looking, obviously, symmetrical both sides. And this is what I used. It's like a UV glue. This particular one is a cheap Chinese knockoff of the Bondic, but I've run out of that. So the cheap Chinese one is about a quarter the price, and not as good, but it certainly does the job, as you can see. So just pour it on, and then use the UV to dry it, and then moulded it afterwards. And I think you'll agree that looks pretty good. So I'll get on to chroming that out now. But whilst doing that, you got the little lights there. They survived the caustic soda solution. I'm going to try and pick them out. And then we've got the base here. Looks like all the paint has gone from there. And then the main body of the casting. I think we have a 100% paint removal today. That's a thumbs up from me. So you know what to do, guys. Comment down in the comments section below. 100% paint removal, just so that I know that you've watched this far. But I'll give you a little sample of the roof section now. Give it a little buff up. And there's the roof. Just got to make it look like that all over. And then we move on to the matte black primer. This car looking great in bare metal. But of course we're going to try and mimic the original colour, that candy magenta. So we start off with a black base. Apologies for not putting out a restoration for the last week or so. I've been remodelling my bathroom, and yeah, it's been a hard week at work. So with that combined, it's all done now, it's all finished, so hopefully get back into the swing of kind of putting out these videos for you guys. But anyway, the undercoat here, we're going to go with a mixture of silver, yellow and red, just to go under the candy. I have used the silver previously, I've used the yellow previously and the red previously, but never a combination, so it's kind of turned out like a goldish colour. Coming out a little bit slow on the air gun actually, so, or the airbrush. I think you just about see it. Went with 2 or 3 coats of this. It's strange, actually through the camera it probably looks a lot more gold. It's quite dark in person, at least on this first pass. But anyway, after a couple of passes and letting it dry, we're on to the Magenta Candy. And again with this one, probably takes, I would say, 5 or 6 coats for it to really start to, you know, take full effect. As you can see, the magenta here really coming out of that airbrush. Perhaps I had a little something stuck in it previously, especially where I haven't used it for so long, and I think I'd left the cap off of the airbrush and perhaps a little bit of dust had got inside. But anyway, how you guys doing at home? Life returning back to normal for you yet? I hope it is. I think a little bit of normality is what we could all really do with. I know certainly I could. But anyway, it's later in the day. This part's here re-chromed. The wheels here nice and clean. That little bonnet section, a little bit of chrome paint on there, making it look as good as new. The interior, of course, nice and clean. Same again with the window section here, shiny shiny. I actually couldn't get the little Diamante lights out, so I painted them in position, and then I just used a little cotton bud or Q-tip to remove the paint afterwards. And of course you've got the body there, nice and shiny now. But as a little reminder of what she looked like, this is the result. So it's a no frills restoration. I'd say a hint of restoration plus. You can see I put a little bit of chrome in those door handles there. There's a little bit of chrome in that rear Corvette badge. And then against the magenta, perhaps a little harder to see, but certainly red in those tail lights there. But anyway, big thanks again to Mark Cann for sending this one. Well, amongst about 100 castings. Like I say, check out that unboxing, the previous video, if you haven't already. But yeah, do remember to comment down below, like the video, make sure you subscribe and click that bell, because if it does reach 2,000 likes, it could be yours. So let me take this opportunity now to thank my amazing patrons. Thanks a lot. Again, guys, it really means a lot. And for everybody else who's watching, thanks. I hope you're well, and I hope I see you soon.